all water signs to your chakra reading for January. Guys, first chakra reading of 2026. How exciting. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on. If you guys feel like you've missed any kind of video, we've had lots of videos. You can hit that playlist to figure out what it is you might have missed in the very beginning of the month here. Some of them, like the New Year's forecast, some of them were in December, at the very end of December. Not, okay, so you might want to find that. I know some of them were January, but I did do a lot of them in the end. So let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Workaholic. This is for the beautiful Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And being a workaholic, bringing in that beautiful throat chakra of creativity, speaking. Okay, guys. So the workaholic card over here is while I worked, my life happened. The keywords here are feeling of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, heeding any kind of warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work, talent, fun, and friends. Are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you hide from the real issues. Are you using work to isolate yourself away from people? Are you being a workaholic because you figure, here's one that I know Pisces likes to use a lot, especially my Pisces family and friends, I'll sleep when I'm dead scenario, right? Yeah, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Bills don't pay themselves. Yeah, we love all of these words because all of these words keep us from not attaining into life's fun or keeping ourselves away from those we love because of the stress of feeling like things will not work unless I overdo everything and cause a lot of stress on myself. Just highly unhealthy. Elk, stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. Sometimes we just need to stand up to those without having to isolate ourselves away. I understand there's confrontation that might have to take place, but sometimes we have to stand our ground so that the confrontation doesn't become more than it had to be. Because sometimes isolating ourselves away can cause more confrontation in the end when somebody, when it all comes out into burst into flames. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I expect it from myself. So you have to be truthful with yourself. Are you really working because you really need what you need, or are you making excuses for yourself from fucking A, B, and C, right? And how healthy is it really, right? Hidden motivations. What hidden motivations may be bringing up to the situation, lighting the way. It almost feels like there's a guiding light, but there's something that's hidden behind this curtain that could actually come to light. It's kind of crazy. There's a deer back here, and there's an elk here. So you could say that this elk is this elk. Do you see that? That's interesting. That you got a card with an elk and an elk. It just totally hit my... I'm actually gonna... I don't have my phone. I was going to say, I really actually wanted to look up the meaning of the elk. I do have my tablet down here. Let me look that up really fast, guys, because there's something going on with this elk. It's not a deer, it's an elk. I want to see what not just from the card's point of view, Spirit is literally talking. We're going to go to Spirit Animal Elk. Hold on, give me 1 second. Spirit Animal Elk. No. Elk. Okay, there we go. The elk is a spirit animal symbolizing strength, endurance, courage, nobility, and protection, deeply rooted in the Native American cultures like the Lakota. Okay, I'm not worried about that so much, but what I am, the spiritual meaning of the bull elk, often a symbol of strength, endurance, nobility. I was looking for something that was different than what we were looking at. Speed and courage, having the bravery. The other tribes use the elk symbol as bravery and masculinity. So pretty much what it looks like to me, guys, is it's still just about being honest with yourself, using the courage and the bravery to really stand up to what's really bothering you. When it comes to this person, this place, why are you becoming a workaholic? Why are you stressing yourself out? What was the other meaning here, guys? Hold on one second. Feeling inadequate. Transformation indicated not being fulfilled by work, heeding warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work. Are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? I'm just really looking at this because I do feel like that this hidden motivation really is representing the understanding of you don't have to kill yourself with being a workaholic or taking yourself away from something. You need to come out and speak your truth. We do have the throat chakra, which is, like I said, the blue, which is talking about standing up for yourself and speaking your truth. And this is talking about honesty. And then over here it says exhausted. So feel financially drained, lacking, recharge, regroup. So it could even be that you're just allowing yourself to become more exhausted by hiding out with this workaholic type of scenario. Then it's actually making you feel good. Okay, so even if you're bringing in more money, or it's keeping you away from what it is, it's still not healthy for the soul. So the soul and the energy within yourself is becoming exhausted from the situation, when it's actually better just to open up, stand tall like the elk, and speak your truth. And a lot of times we don't want to speak our truths because if it's towards someone that we love, sometimes we just want to push things down and kind of sweep it under the rug. Right, so we don't have over emotions, or we don't hurt other people's feelings. But in this case, it's actually better to bring it all the way out into the open than to allow it to eat us alive. Okay. Okay. So getting a couple of tarot cards at the end of the video. I don't know if I've said it already, but I will do each individual sign. Ace of Pentacles coming out. Yeah. And then on the hidden motivations is the Four of Cups. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Yeah. I'm trying to keep myself, because I feel hurt and I don't want this to go anymore. The Devil to the Three of Wands in reverse. I'm not coming towards this. I'm exhausted and there's too much toxicity and I'm in too much pain. I'm not getting up from this Four of Cups. I see the Ace of Cups above me. The Three of Cups are down. I'm going to wallow in the Three of Cups and keep myself within this area of workaholic and take myself outside of the situation. The workaholic, just in a lot of ways, it doesn't even mean you have to be at work so much. It just means I'm taking myself and isolating myself into a place where I'm keeping myself busy. It could even be cleaning at home. Maybe you're the mad cleaner. I get pissed off. I clean, clean, clean. Don't talk to me. I'm cleaning. And then every day you're cleaning. You know what I mean? So however it is, take it how it resonates. It's going to be different for everyone, but it's all about being honest with yourself. And once you come and become honest with yourself and really sit back and say, I have to do something for myself, to get rid of the Three of Swords and bring myself out of this for my own happiness. You can't make somebody else happy. It has to start within yourself. Remember, chakras are within self first, and then we push it to the outside world, whether they like it or not, because no matter what, you have to choose your happiness. It has to be justified, and it has to keep itself balanced. Okay, so Spirit is saying it's going to start with you to get honest with yourself first and ask yourself the questions. And then you can take that to the outside world and say, this is what I have. And we're going to have a conversation now. Now I'll push myself back to where I need to be. And if it's just within yourself and nobody else is involved in this situation and it's just all about you, then you better, no matter what, it's still going to be about you, right? This is for Cancer. Cancer, we have fertility, independence, and savings. Don't sacrifice family for your career. That's crazy. Workaholic. Independence, don't depend on others. Manage money yourself. Independence guarantees security. And savings, you always need to put something away for the bad day. Create savings for your future. Take what resonates, what doesn't resonate, throw away. But we do know one thing we're definitely talking about. Don't sacrifice your family for your work. One way or another. Hangman in reverse. Thinking about the situation from a different perspective. Having a different point of view. Getting down off your gallows pole over here and having that transformation and going to take that transformation. So it's saying it's time for you to get down. It's time for you to really start thinking in a different perspective of what's going on within the situation. Okay. This will actually help you get out of the Five of Pentacles. Putting back everything that you felt was lost, everything that was dying. It will put everything back into perspective. If you felt like you were losing out on money, it's about a whole different perspective, guys. That's really what it is. You will notice that once you start looking at things from a different perspective, that and being honest with yourself, that things are not exactly with the way you think it is. And the Four of Wands, your family, your ideas, and your milestones will start coming back together. Okay, but it was just a perspective of what you were doing, and I feel like it was something you were doing in 2025 that you brought into 2026, and the universe is saying, I don't want this in 2026. I want you to move away from that situation, get honest with what's going on within the situation, and bring your energy. It will not make you exhausted. It'll bring your energy back up, and you're going to start moving into a different direction, and you're going to definitely going to see different outcomes from that situation, no matter what. Okay. Pisces. Love affair. Don't lose your mind. Some of you are actually going to work ignoring your love life, ignoring your wife, your husband. Don't want to argue, don't want to fight about the situation. If I stay at work, then I don't have to have these conversations. Alchemy, transform this situation, transform your love life. If it's not your love life, you know what it is. Right now it says love life. I'm going with what the cards say. But however it is, it says transforming those will end up giving you new resources, new ideas. So be honest about the situation. Do you think really staying at work is really going to help your relationship blossom? Do you think that's actually going to bring you guys together? See, some people think that that's going to happen because then if we're not together all the time, we'll miss each other. No, when you're pissed off with one another and you don't want to confront each other, it pushes you away more. It doesn't bring you back together because we miss each other. No, it causes grudges. It causes resentment because now that other person knows you don't want to talk to them. You're using your work as your sliding glass door. Can't talk to me. I'm at work. If I'm coming home from work and I'm working late nights, I know you're getting ready to go to bed, so therefore when I'm coming home, you're getting ready to go to bed. Hey, guess what? We don't have to talk. So it's going to cause more resentment, not that idea of, well, maybe it'll just make it better and, then we'll miss each other and we'll come back all loving. No, that is such a rare case. That would be like 1%, guys. 1%. If you stayed at work all the time and you think because you know you're ignoring someone, that's going to cause resentment. Come on. And I know it's because I don't want to hurt their feelings. I want them to love me and I want to love them. That's not how it works. Get honest with the situation. Okay? And then you'll bring that energy back together and then you'll notice, hey, wait, we can have this conversation. Yeah, Six of Swords. You're pushing them away further and further and further away. Or yourself as well. Out of sight, out of mind. Hold on, guys. Ugh. Six of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, causing bad karma. Yeah. So by bringing this back together, though, you can actually have Eight of Pentacles to the Chariot, having a conversation that could actually bring you both back together, having a new point of view. Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords says we can have a new conversation, a new point of view, and maybe we could look at things together from this point of view. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to keep pushing each other away. Okay? And Scorpio. Flexibility to the wrong decision. Yeah, to the winning. Hey, that just means if you're in the wrong decision, then that means you need to think before you act about the situation. Start getting honest about the situation, to be flexible in your methods. Don't spend all of your time in one place. Let's start spending our time back where we need to be, having that honest conversation. It says now we're going to win, because now we can open up and we can have this conversation, or I can open up and have this conversation with myself. It's going to start with self anyways, right? So that way I can be the high priestess and be in the knowing exactly where I need to be, knowing what's going on, and getting out of the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands says, hey, you know what? I am resilient. But that's exactly what it's going to be, because right now it just feels like you're just walking on a broken leg and exhausted instead of facing what needs to be faced. So therefore, the Six of Wands, it says, is in reverse. But guess what? Once you start doing what you're supposed to be doing and opening up to have those conversations, your love life will start winning. Six of Wands. But it's going to take a lot of strength and energy to have the determination to say, you know what, I'm not going to keep myself away from this situation, or I'm not going to, take everything in this one direction, because this one direction is the wrong directions and I'm making the wrong decisions. And you're just, like I said, you're just burning yourself out. The card of exhaustion with the Devil card, it's just very toxic, very tiring energy that you're allowing yourself to go through. So Spirit says, have this conversation, guys, and everything's going to start coming back around for you, because you'll start to see things in a different perspective. But you're going to have to fold open those curtains. So getting in here and getting an overall card for you guys. Confidence. Being confident about the situation. Okay? So it's all going to be about having that and it's like, it is going to be almost feeling like overconfidence. Because I think it's really, because that's what the elk is doing. It's really pushing you to this place of, this is different. Instead of me hiding out as the water sign that I want to do, I want to back up. I want to hide out no matter where you're going. Whether it's a hidey hole or in your shell or underwater kingdom, it doesn't matter where you're going over here, water signs. It's saying with this extra confidence of being this elk, you're going to get this earth energy within you, and you're going to stand tall, and you'll be like, hey, wait. Imagine what I can do. You guys are awesome. You guys are going to be great. It's going to bring in a lot of wealth. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. That's what it really is. Wealth is not about always just money. It's not always just about love. It's about the ability to fully experience life. Let's get in there and get that done and do it with honesty and integrity and strength. You guys are amazing, and I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye. Your heart as it's beating, full of love. Imagine this green light coming out of your heart space, just filling your whole body.